my success line made a sale, and at the end of the day, following the PBO platform, nothing is being shown and like to say she has done one or two things, and even myself too, because there is this sale I made, and up to date, it has not reflected. The whole thing is just empty. If not that he explained, I mean, I'm just saying this into the picture. Each time I just go, just see picture and move my face. I don't really think it's active. And secondly, the date of birth, that one used to pain our hands. For instance, someone born 1960, you want to register the person. If you click on that date, that's how you'll be strolling it till your hand will pain you. You will go and go and go till this 1960. And if you mistakenly, you press cancel, you will start from beginning again.
Let's go to the page. Let me see. Okay, let's assume, let's come up with a date in mind. Okay, let's assume we want to pick a date, because it's important we have the same experience you are having.
$1960.
Okay.
Say 1st October 1960.
1960. First of October. Is it this way, right?
Yes.
Okay. What's your suggestion on how you think it can be better?
It's very simple using computer now.
Okay.
If I'm using my phone.
Okay, the mobile experience.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Very good. Now I understand. Okay, we'll work on the mobile experience when it comes to that date. Okay, the date of birth. What they say?
Yes, permit me to share something on what she just. The same thing she's talking about can also be resolved on the mobile phone. All these things we're talking about is just experiential knowledge. She hasn't gotten it yet. She just needs somebody to put her through. The same way we did it with ease here is the same way you also do it with ease on your mobile phone. It's simple as it is. I also struggled like that too until all of us, we all did, so we learned it. Thank you.
Okay, let me answer that question. I know in the month of January, we advise everyone to migrate. So the first question, did you migrate to the new website? You use your upline link, right? Okay, so the challenge, is it your success lines or your status not showing?
The challenge is transferring your classic gold from the old website to the new website.
No, but you can update your status. We've been sending series of messages out, videos out from the PBO office. Even when you log into your dashboard, you can do that yourself.
Yeah, I've been trying to do that. It's not been easy.
Okay, so probably you need to be guided, because I'm sure that majority of the PBO seated there have updated their status. So what we do today is to show you how to achieve that. Then when we show you that, you do the rest for your success lines.
All right.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, so first of all, I must comment that a lot of job have been done on the website in regards to the language translator, and also they talked about API integration between the PBO app and other affiliate websites. So a lot of job have been done. So regards, someone just made a statement. She said that within the state she is, I think the PBO network is not moving as supposed to. So I'm just suggesting, if a find PBO in your city can be attached to the app, whereby PBOs that are registered with an address can find their fellow PBOs in their nearest location, I think there is a better way to connect the community together. My suggestion. Thank you.
everyone. All right, my question is this. Before now, I never, from what you taught us, sir, thank you very much for your lecture. So what you say, from what I understand, that means we can make sale from this app. We can register our sales because I don't see all these things that you showed us today on my own app. It's not showing. I'm not seeing. There is no money showing. Everything is showing 0, 0. But I know I've made sale, and I don't know. Is it functional now? Because I don't. I'm just showing us. Me, I'm not seeing it in my own. Is it the what is it called? Is it the phone experience that is making it not to show? Because I want to understand. That's one question. Another question is, I don't know, is there a way to integrate all the P1 affiliates so that the sales we make can be showing here and the commission can just drop immediately? Because it's difficult, because I have a lot of pending commissions that is hanging now, and it's not paid yet, and I'm not getting responses from the affiliate company, and it takes sometimes 2 weeks or 1 week, and sometimes they forget some of them. I don't know if is there a way we can put everything on this app, this site, so that the commission can drop immediately after payment. I don't know. I'm just suggesting. Thank you.
Yes. Let me answer her question. Okay. What you have on this dashboard is actually before you can have the data. And for you to submit sales, the properties has to be added by the affiliate. One, I told you the other time, I said we have a robust, centralized affiliate system where sales can be approved, properties can be added. Now, what we have currently is for affiliates to start uploading the products they have. That was when I went to the view properties. I was explaining that you'll be able to select you can even select filter by affiliate. So that when you are submitting a proof of sale, you select that particular property and you have submit proof of sales. You can view the frequently asked questions regarding that property. But the affiliates have not yet started adding their property on this PBO world. And I was explaining something the other time. I said the P1 group have so many things in stock in resolving, especially this particular sales part. Now we have individual affiliate portal, and we have the PBO world, which is a centralized portal. Now, if you are actually recruited by Pro PBO or Homes PBO, for instance, and probably will register on their own portal, and you want to sell, let's say you were registered with Homes PBO and you want to sell for Pro PBO, obviously, you cannot find Pro PBO's properties on Homes PBO's portal. So what you have to do is you have to head on to PBO World, and all the properties that are added on the centralized system appears here. So you can select Pro PBO and get their properties and submit your proof of sales. That way, they will treat it and you will get the record here. Okay? As a matter of fact, the only thing is, if you are an existing member of PBO World and you want to register with, let's say, Homes PBO, the system will recognize you and tell you are an existing PBO. Each of these affiliate portal takes in new recruitment. So if let's say, for instance now, Pro PBO recruits a person and that person signs up with Pro PBO, if that person wants to go to Homes PBO to sign up, the system will flag it that you are an existing PBO with one affiliate. However, that same person that was brought in by Pro PBO or Homes PBO can head over to PBO World using the same login credential and see all other properties that belongs to every other affiliate and submit that particular sales. Okay? So that was what caused the little delay. What you were experiencing was, let me answer your question directly, it's not magic. Not that it was just 0-0. The experience on mobile is the same experience we have here. Okay? Now, the centralized system is ready for the affiliate to start using. And the moment they start uploading those properties, you will start seeing them here, and you can submit any sales report you want to submit. That's using this PBO word and individual affiliate portals. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Before I ask my question, my name is Alale God bless. I want to appreciate the PBO for paying me commissions every weekend if I recruit somebody. That's by the way. Yes. That weekend something used to help. Okay. The question I have is just small. If you go to edit profile, there was a time I was recruiting. In the registration, the person made a mistake on, I think his date of birth. Yeah, date of birth. So when we went to the profile to edit profile, we could not edit it from that angle. We have to start writing to PBO office. I don't know if there's a way it can be easily done if there's a mistake like that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. According to what you said, that's regarding the personal informations, right? Yeah, that's not the problem. If we head over to the PBO dashboard, where in the edit provide session, you are right. There are other options. You have control over your first name, last name, and the likes. However, for your date of birth, you don't have the control. We are going to include that for you, okay? And please know that the essence of this date of birth, one of it is such that over time, this platform was actually put together recently. The system will notify you during your birthdays, okay, and for every other purposes. There are a few things that were not asked, but I will shed more light on it, which is when it comes to the notification. For now, you might be experiencing, when you try to create an account, you get your mail. When you forgot password, you get your mail. However, if you look at when you earn commissions, currently, you are not getting any mail. No one is asking questions about it. So that's why I'm telling you that now, that the mailing will be enabled. The reason why some of those things were delayed was due to this property sales integration, such that when you make sales, when you submit the proof of sales, you get a mail. When it's approved, you get a mail. Okay? So those things are the new set of upgrades that are actually coming on board now. Thank you.
Good day, everybody. Mr.
Tayo.
Mr. Tayo, thanks for your wonderful presentation. I want to share my experience with you. I have my subject line that I've registered for the first stage on the March. That is 28th March. But when going to the second phase of it, the thing keep telling you profile, go to click and upgrade the profile. I've logged in all the details. I've done it severally. Those persons I registered before him went through, after him went through. Even now, I tried it again now. Even I've sent mail on this regard, but yet the problem still persists. I don't know the problem. Thank you.
You're welcome. If I get your point very well, that is on the update page that pops up, right? When you log into that account, an update page pops up that is asking you to update some of your, whether you're an existing PBO or where.
Registration, you know the first stage of registration, as you log in, you will now go and update your profile, whereby you now put in next of kin and rest of them.
Yes.
So I put in those details, and yet the system is not accepting me. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, you fill in those information.
Severally.
Okay, we look into that here.
Up till now, I've tried it now, the same problem.
We'll look into that. We'll resolve that for you here.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Mine is on recruitment bonus. I've not been getting recruitment bonus. It's not even showing on my dashboard. I'm not getting anything. All the ones I recruited of recent, I'm not being paid. The last website, my assistant manager bonus, I didn't see. I didn't even see anything from that last one, that former website. Nothing was paid to me. I complained. I sent mail. I sent bills. In fact, at a point, I said, I'm not taking it again. At a point, I forgot about it. So this new one, at a point, I forgot about it. So this new one now, I thought we have entered a new era. Things will change. I've been recruiting. I'm not seeing anything on my, it's just showing me 0, 0. Just like she said, everything is just like a picture on her dashboard. That's what's happening. People should help my life. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We will look.
Okay, Mr. Tayo, sorry, I want to ask a question, right?
Yes.
I just made an observation. Do you have anybody taking down all these observations? I know you're very intelligent, you are capturing everything, you understand, but I think somebody needs to learn everything, you understand, but I think somebody needs to put down these things. Even if it's knowledge gap coming from the PBOs or an adjustment you need to make. If we take note of these things, it will help you to be able to look at them one after the other and then solve these things, because the platform is already getting so exciting, right? But if we add these little suggestions or observations, I believe it's going to help us to run faster.
Yes.
If you have somebody taking that.
Thank you. We actually want to reference to the video, the live stream. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Yes, one of our team is actually going to reference the event here, this conversation, the question and answer. Yes, so they are also watching. Yes, our team are watching and they are noting down some point. However, our reference point is the video that we are taking here. Yes, you are free to ask your question.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My issue is this. In the old PBO platform, when I wanted to migrate to the new one, they said my username has been used. So I tried everything I could to use my previous username, and it didn't work. I had to change. So I want to ask, am I the one still using that old username and this new username? Because I want that old username. I don't want this new one that I'm using, please.
Madam Caroline.
PBOs.
Wherever you are.
Okay. Probably on your old network. Let's say you are Ada King on PBO network, right? PBO World is a new platform, and you're coming in. Someone else could use Ada King. It doesn't mean that you have to use that same one. Your details on PBO network remains the same, but this is PBO World. So anytime you try to use any username and it's saying it already exists, it means somebody else has used it. And this application will not allow two people to use the same username. That's why you're experiencing that. So you can just use any other one. Forget that one.
Thank you, ma'am. Someone is raising. Okay.
PBO.
Wherever you are.
Good afternoon, everyone. Dr. Caroline, I guess this question is to you. Okay, I'm coming from the old PBO network. And then they used to do this kind of home ownership. Every month you be paying like 20,000. And I paid some amount there. So right now, I want to discontinue. I don't know if they can transfer my money to the wallet so that next year registration I can use it to renew my next year registration. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Not a problem. Just reach out to us. We will attend to you at the PBO office. Okay, no question. PBOs, please, a quick one. We had 5 people that we selected yesterday for presentations. If they are here, please indicate your hand. The 5 people we selected yesterday, because after this session, we'll be doing the PBO presentation from the 5 people. Okay? Thank you so much. Why?
PBOs. Okay, my question is, I have somebody that actually asked me that she needed a property in Ibadan. And it was actually taking me time to find out if there's such in the area she's actually mentioning. So my question is that, is it possible to integrate all these things in the site whereby you can just go to the site, know the particular property in particular area, and the affiliates that have property in that area, their contacts that you can reach directly, so that you not begin to, roll around. In fact, the question, when I asked the question, where I am, I was given a contact of somebody in Lagos that the person can direct me to the person in Ibadan. I called the person in Lagos, there was no response. Later, after 3 days, told me there is none affiliate in that Ibadan that can give me and all that. So, all this stress, can we find a way to have it more easier in such a way that I can go to the site, know the property maybe in Kano, and tell your clients, okay, so area in Kano, what is there? I can also communicate to the affiliate that owns that property right there to make the sales very easy. I think that would be very nice.
All right, thank you. To answer your question, we've addressed this the other time. I told you about the View Property page, which is a centralized property marketplace. I told you you can easily filter by the affiliate. When we went to the dashboard, there was location also there. Okay, and when you click on search, it will bring out all the properties for that particular affiliate you were searching for. That is one. Before the affiliates start uploading their properties now, you can also, the affiliate have their existing website as well. So you can just type in, let's say, P1 Pro properties in Asaba. You will definitely see, because it will always also reference their website and the available properties they have there. So I've answered your questions and given you two options. Currently, you can use Google and say P1 Pro properties in Asaba. You will get it. Or when the affiliates start uploading their properties, you have the ability to filter and see even the frequently asked question for that particular property. You can see the contact number, you can see the breakdown, the image, you can download everything and even share that particular property link, that it is going to carry your affiliate link to any client. Okay? So when they click on that link, they see those informations. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Tayo, I think I'm going to ask the last question. And this is from my personal experience. In fact, it happened yesterday. So one of my team members did renewal yesterday. And from my dashboard, I saw the renewal bonus yesterday. Then this morning, I checked again, the renewal bonus has disappeared. So I want to know, why is it disappearing? And you also said that from the dashboard you can see people that you recruited and you can see where the referral bonus is coming from. I just went quickly to check my own. All the people that I recruited is only one bronze that is showing. I have like 11 or 9, let me not exaggerate, classic gold registered on the new website. Neither the money nor the people are showing. Number 3 is about when we make payment via transfer and it didn't go through. Let's say you use Paystack, it didn't go through, and you upload it. Now, after uploading it, you still have to send a mail to PB office to approve. And most times, because of the queue of the people that have uploaded for the past 14 months, it takes time for it to be approved. And someone that was supposed to close a deal would wait for it to approve before it closes a deal so that it can get commissions. So how can we work on an automated system where if such payments is updated, people in the PBO office can either get a notification or something so that the approval can be a bit faster? Thank you.
All right. To answer your question, I will rephrase it so that you confirm whether we're on the same page. Now, to start with, you said you earned a recruitment bonus and you went to check. You said you didn't see it. That's one. 2, you said you have some success lines. However, when you went to check, you just have maybe a singular bronze, and when you were checking, there was no money earned from those other people. Now, those people you are talking about, start from, then the last question was, when someone wants to renew, to make payment online, and the person, due to one or two reasons, you have a failed payment and you want to reach out to them. Previously,
You upload it.
yeah, you upload it. Those are the three questions. So we're on the same page. Now, to start it, if you look at it carefully, you realize that when people are trying to make that upload, some people are actually uploading into the pay with bank transfer as if they are paying manually. Meanwhile, we have a failed payment option where you'll be able to select the purpose of payment, the date, and everything. So one of what was causing that thing was when the PBO, if you are using as if you want to actually fund your wallet, and that's what you are using to upload the failed payment, when they eventually approve that payment, it will go into your wallet. So recently, we dealt with that, okay? And we even felt it's better we limit everything that has to do with funding a wallet to online payment and not a manual approach, such that if people are actually trying to renew or do anything, let them use the failed online payment so that it will be easier. The same ability that the accounting department has is still the same thing they are going to use to do those same approval. We've implemented that already, and it starts taking effect. So it might not have gotten to your turn, but yes, it's more faster now. That is, I'm starting from number 3. Now, those people you said you were not seeing, if you look at this registration page, there's a question there, are you an existing PBO? Now, I don't want it to confuse us. The essence of this platform is to try as much to gather us back in the best way. Don't let me use the word better. Now, when you say, are you an existing PBO? It will not, by the time you click, are you an existing PBO? Mr. Dayo, please help me click, are you an existing PBO? The next thing, click yes. Click yes. Now, it will ask you to select your existing plan. Now, if you select your existing plan, let's assume you sponsor me, or probably I'm under you, I was under you. And when I'm registering now, it's now saying I select classic good. I select existing rank. Please do know that all this, the system does not, these were your previous rank. Yes, and the system didn't ask you for when your subscription, your due date was. So if I select classic good the system will automatically put me on that package. That does not mean you will get the commission because I indicated I was an existing PBO. Do you get what I'm saying? So you might look at your dashboard currently. I want to attend to the possibilities. Now, so if I select that I'm a classic good member and I'm actually under you, so when you go to maybe I happen to be in any of your legs, when you check, hey, I have 10 classic good people, then you go and check your commission report. You've not earned anything, recruitment report. Now, you are not supposed to earn anything because those were existing PBO that were actually migrated down to this portal. You are supposed to earn from those that are just doing their registration on this PBO world. Now, if it's in the case whereby you have people that just did their registration and you have the proof, then present it. Do you get what I'm saying? You can present it. That's not a problem. Then we'll look into it. Yes, you present it to the PB office. They will look into the case for you. I doubt, but I accept your, yes, no, you have proof, you submit. So when I say I doubt, it's a very rare condition. Yes, now, the last question was, you said you earned some recruitment bonus. I just said, and you said you went to your dashboard, you didn't see it again. Do you have more than one account on PBO or PBO World? So that, because number one, that login in page is very seamless. When you click on, when you want to log in, it will automatically fill you in. So if you have logged into multiple accounts, please try and look at the username you are using to log in. There is no virus that eats people's wallet here. Okay? So if you earn it, there is always a transaction history is recorded. So if you have this complaint and you send it to the PB office, we can know who does that recruitment, the time, the date. So if you are giving us if you are raising a complaint, we will need some evidence and we compare it against the data we have. If you are right, obviously, there is no, when you have a platform like this, PBO World is built for PBOs and actually by PBO. Because all these suggestions and these observations we are having are part of what will actually drive us to a more enhanced system that we can now say, oh, this thing is actually serving us very well. So we also take feedbacks and we improve on whatsoever. So this, what you've said now, is a real condition. However, we won't put that aside. Reach out to the PBO head office. Most importantly, you can use the support ticket. If you're using the support ticket, because if we are using the support ticket, obviously we might do it in such a way that you can know those ahead of you. Okay? You can know whether they are attending to 200 people ahead of you, whether it's in your turn. But the support ticket make it more organized. Other than the time you are chatting with customer support, they might be attending to a series of cases, or they might just log down your complaint. So let's also encourage us to use the customer support. Thank you.
Please, one more time, can we give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen? Come on, give it up for Mr. Tayo from Voucher. Voucher Technologies. Thank you very much, sir. We're grateful to have you here. Now, I know that you have more questions. Don't worry. You can, when we have a break, you can go and bombard them with questions there. But we have to move because we have a lot of things to do right now. A lot. Now, I want to ask, if you're a team leader here, stand up. I'm not talking about those from Lagos, those from Port Harcourt. You're a team leader in Port Harcourt here, stand up. You have a team of 5, 7, 10, 20, 30 persons, please stand up. Whether classic gold or associates, you have people under you. Okay, let me ask. Where are they in Port Harcourt here? Not all. The ones in Port Harcourt, are they in this hall? Some of them. So can we reach out to others to come? Let's reach out to others to come, please. Like I said, this is open for all right now. And very soon we'll be receiving the president of the P1 group, and I want this hall to be choked up. So please, let's start reaching out to every PBO that is in Port Harcourt to join us here. So please, let's go ahead. So please, thank you. You might sit down. But let's do this quickly right now. While that is going on, at this point, we want to have our next speaker. We want to say a very big thank you to Ambassador that has joined us. Please, Ambassador Amaka Eziobi, please, can we celebrate, ladies and gentlemen? If you're not clapping, I'll just leave this. Thank you. Ambassador, thank you. Also, I have with us again, Port Harcourt, what happened to your energy? As Lagos and other people come and infected you. Don't let anybody invest. Also, I have Ambassador Casey Green Oluchuku. Please, can we celebrate him also? P1 Group Star Ambassador. Thank you for joining us. We're grateful to have you here. Also, we have the singular privilege of having in our midst again the Vice President, P1 Business Owner, Dr. Caroline Akwete. Please, can we celebrate her? She's here with us. Also, we also have the rare privilege of having the Managing Director and CEO of P1 Lighthouse, His Eminence, Sir D.K. Godwin. Please, can we celebrate him, ladies and gentlemen? He's here with us also. He's really doing a great work in Port Harcourt, transforming Port Harcourt. And Port Harcourt PBOs are enjoying right now. Congratulations to all of you here. And so, finally, before I step down, please, our next facilitator, for the next few minutes, because he has a very pressing thing he needs to attend to. He's going to join us also in no time, but this is very pressing. So in the next few minutes, now this class is not going to take long. So as many things that you can capture in this few minutes, please go ahead and capture it. Please receive these genius in the real estate industry. His Eminence, Sir D.K. Godwin, MD CEO, P1 Lighthouse, for a section. Please come on, let's give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. I like those of you that are standing. Thank you. God bless you. You know what to do. Come on, make it louder, make it louder, make it louder. He's our host for Port Harcourt.
PBOs. All right, thank you. Thank you. Whilst you're still standing, I want us to gladly give honor to him. Honor is due, which is the Lord our Maker. we've done that. We can't do it enough. At every point that we have an opportunity, we say return back the glory to Him, because He is the one, the reason that we're all still standing. Secondly, I want us to, not just in absentia, because I know in a few minutes she's going to be here. That's the visionary over the P1, right? When you heard MC the Great said, I have an urgent stuff to attend to. In the next few minutes, we're going to be walking into this hall with Madam President. But let's just put our hands together and appreciate her even before she stepped into this auditorium. If she hadn't said yes to this vision, we would not be here. And also our founding chairman and the executive chairman, the GEDs, the MDs, every single person that is making this work still standing today. Could you please put your hands together for everyone? The ambassadors, and more especially the VVIPs, the PBOs. But here in Port Harcourt and the visiting PBOs, could you please celebrate yourself? All right, you may have your seat. In the next few minutes, I just want to say a few things, a few words to us. This period is a very, very awesome moment for the P1 group as a whole. But meetings like this is what gives us the confidence to keep pushing. I want to personalize this a bit. It was meetings like this, the boot camp that we've had, a few years ago, that gave me the courage to keep pushing. Even in times such as this, where my company is going through a certain time, meetings like this, where we draw strength from, knowing that God has brought us this far, and we can't go back. We can't go back. It's too late, right? Is there anyone here that will go back? Is there anyone here that will give up? It is too late. Somebody is shouting, giving us a free advert and a cheap advert online, confirming to God's word that P1 is a movement. Is that not true? The truth is that P1 is a movement. And that movement can't be stopped. That movement can't be stopped. We were with some authorities yesterday, and we made them to understand something. There is no great organization anywhere in the world that have not gone through stuff. Are we together? Sorry if I may mention name. I saw a communique from one of the real estate companies. Let me just mention name. Maybe we'll cut out this part. Suji Motors, who was also dragged online by the same guy that is dragging the organization. That was a few months ago. But today, they made a publication that every single front that they were being dragged for has been paid. And I looked at the fund, and I looked at what they were quoting about P1. I began to laugh, because the funds that they were dragged for, what they are quoting that P1 has defaulted, is not even up to 30% of what they were dragged for. Upon the fact that P1 is arguably the biggest, largest, strongest real estate in the whole of West Africa today. So whatever you're seeing today is a mirage. But one thing for sure is that we all are taking notes. Why I spoke to, okay, first of all, Tayo, are you still around? Thank you. God bless you really good for the work you're doing. Believe me, thank you. Thank you so much, right? The Lord empower you the more, because you're making this work very easy for us. Thank you. Can we celebrate him? The reason I quickly suggested that we take notes is the things that we're learning this period of going through stuff. What is happening in P1 today is we rewriting our wrongs. We making adjustments for a better business platform tomorrow. I want to urge every one of us seated here today to please safeguard your business. Close your ears, shut your ears, face your front. Are we together? You know, I find a very funny situation where somebody is not facing any challenge, but the person is promoting a narrative as if the person has had all the challenges in the business. You're only distracting yourself. Can we talk? You're only distracting yourself. We've all had our share of cake and challenges in this business. But because we refuse to give up, that's one of the reasons God has brought us to where we are today. And we cannot still give, we won't still give up. Giving up is not an option. It's not an option. In Igbo, that is something, most times these things, they sound very funny, but they are true if you have to analyze them and want to put them to work. Several years ago, I heard a phrase, and I laughed about it. But right now, in my situation, in my state, in this business, it's beginning to make sense to me. Somebody said something, say, "Ano na bebe, ona tanri." Ano na bebe, ona yori egu, ona ata chewing gum. Now, let me talk a little about that. Every situation has an expiring date. It has an expiration date. The reason the scriptures made us to understand that even if the righteous fall, right? Don't write the person out. Hello. Don't form the habit of talking about people's downfall. As a PBO. We're not talking to the general house now, right? If you're here today, it's by qualification, right? Hello. If you're here today, this is PBO Port Harcourt. Every other person, tomorrow you will see the hall will be filled up tomorrow. Even people will stay outside. But these are people who sleep, wake up with this business in mind. When MC the Great called for team leaders, I counted, I noticed about 20 of us that stood up. Hello. I want to reaffirm my commitment to you, Port Harcourt PBUs. Between now and December, if they make that call again, we will get nothing less than 100 people stand up. That clap sounded unbelief. But whether you believe or not, between now and December, when they make that call again, nothing less than 100 people will stand. Now I'll tell you why. We learn, we grow every day. I learned a few things in Lagos State. I learned so hard in Delta State. Coming into Port Harcourt, I said, let me personalize this a little, right? Coming into Port Harcourt, I decided to put to work the experience of Lagos, the experience of Delta State, Asaba to be precise, into getting things right in Port Harcourt. Whilst we still focus on solving the issues that we have in different places, but we decided that we would never make that kind of mistake in the city of Port Harcourt. That's why today, in P1 Lighthouse, Port Harcourt, it is not possible that you have any allocation issues. That's why today, I don't even need to ask anybody. That's why today in Port Harcourt, you will never have an issue of delay in documentation. We came into this place, the challenge that was going to hit us so badly was the issue of commission. But the Lord began to help us in that issue, in that aspect. Why? Because we decided to change the way we buy. We decided to change the way we buy. We decided to go all out to do every single due diligence before we purchase a single property. Because we noticed that that was one of the things that affected us so badly in the city of Asaba. Secondly, we decided that whenever we enter into a property, it will not take us more than 2, maximum 3 months to pay 100% for that property. So walk into any P1 Lighthouse property in Port Harcourt, nobody will come to ask you when are they going to complete payment. That's why we could look at Gents Legacy Phase 1 and put it at 30 million. We're not owing anybody. Whether we sell it today or not, we will sell it one day. We're not in a hurry again. Our new motto is not in a hurry. Yes. P1 Lighthouse, you are more. And we add it, we are not in a hurry. Because we already know you are more. So it doesn't matter what you see today in P1 at large. Like the president said in one of her meetings, he said, give P1 2 years. You will hear not just a different story, but an excellent story. I sincerely want to urge you today, whatever you're going to hear from every speaker that will stand here to speak to you, take those things. Some may not make meaning to you. Some may not make sense to you now. But believe me, 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, some of the things you're hearing today will become the strength you need to run further. I would have given up at a certain point. But I realized it was too late for me to give up. We can't go back. We can't go down. You know, let me even share this testimony with us. You know, we're a family, right? And I can talk, right? Can I talk? Our issue in Asaba started way back March 2024. Pay attention. Way back March 2024. And I got so engrossed in it, trying to solve the problem. I got so engrossed in it, trying to talk to people who are pushing different narrative about P1 Lighthouse. I got so engrossed in it, I never left Asaba to anywhere. My family suffered it for months. I didn't see anybody because I decided I must stay back in Asaba and solve these issues. Sometime in July, I had this nudge. Say, give Port Harcourt business attention to serve as a support system to solving these problems. I didn't give it attention. And on the 23rd, we had an issue that would have taken my life. On the 23rd of July, by 1 a.m., one of the prime estate that we don't play with, everything about that estate came crumbling down. Full-blown fence, full-blown gatehouse. They came by 1 a.m. A land grabber brought everything down. We went out to find out what was going on by around 4 a.m. Time may not permit me to share the whole story. But here's the point. As we confronted them, they opened up fire. I was the one at the front. But how God spared me that morning, I can't tell. The bullet that they released hit my policeman that was standing behind me. How that happened, I can't tell till today. I saw blood everywhere. But towards October, November, something else was going to happen That was where I took the decision not to allow my emotions to override my sense of reasoning. I was so emotionally attached to solving issues that I didn't listen to the voice to say, get a support system whilst you're solving this. Hello. In everything you do, have your core, have your support system. Time will not permit me to teach on this, the core and the support. That was where I had to hearken to that voice to start to revive the business in Port Harcourt. You can attest with me that how it was last year is no longer how it is this year. We're just starting. And at a point, the Port Harcourt business became real support to solving that issue. As I speak to you, with the 3 new properties that we're developing in Asaba today, by the end of August, everything about allocation issues for P1 Lighthouse would have been a bygone. Three properties. We took the pen to use those 3 properties. But imagine I didn't listen to get a support system where every other person became against the organization. Imagine that I didn't listen to that voice. So today, Port Harcourt is doing well. Asaba is solving the issues. And by the end of August, every single issue would have been a bygone. Now that brings me to say to you, our business is spiritual. As you do this business, be very, very attentive to the spirit. You may see somebody who may look like a least likely person to patronize you. And there will always be a voice to say, go after this person. If you prejudge at that moment, you will lose the moment. Hello. If you prejudge, if you size the person, and the person does not look like somebody who can give you that kind of transaction, you may walk away, but do not do that. Even in recruitment, hello, there is somebody you may want to recruit now, the person will not even have 5,000 naira to come in. I hear people say, I don't give attention to those for 5,000 naira, I don't give attention to, yeah. The truth is that for you to qualify for bootcamp is classic gold, right? But guess what? Those associate PBOs may be the ones to make you wealthy tomorrow. Hello. When I joined P1, if it was a case of registering with 50,000 naira, I wouldn't have joined. If it was a case of registering with 6,000 naira as at then, I wouldn't have joined. My case was the fact that my pastor told me there's a company in Lagos, if you get clients to buy land, they will pay you commission. And he introduced me to somebody who can guide me on that. So when I get clients to send to the person, the guy will give me 5%. I didn't know company was paying 20%. That was how I started. There was no issue of register, because if they had mentioned to me register, I wouldn't have listened to it twice. Because at that point, I'm not able to do so. So you may meet someone of my kind today who is not able to register with 75,000, who is not able to register with 50, 25, as the case may be. Please do not prejudge. Hello? Recruitment is the lifeline of this business. And guess what? We're already having a free advert online. Oh, you don't know? We are already having a free advert online. By the time we fix our issues, we would have gone global. You know, we have always been saying, see, words are very prophetic. We say we are going global, right? But we didn't know how. Just like the Lord said we should lay hands, but did not tell us how. We say we are going global, but we didn't know how.
Whilst we are hiding what we've been doing in the last 13 years, somebody decided to come online to announce P1. P1 real estate company. The movement. But it's true. It's actually a movement. We care less the number of persons that will join to advertise us online. Our most focus and interest today is solving our internal issues. Solving issues for clients and PBUs. Because by the time we are done with this, our name would have been spreaded so far abroad. That before you talk to 3 persons, 2 would have heard of P1. Because this thing is to the utmost part of the world, to the ends of the earth. It was a few weeks ago that the president walked into a hospital where the sister was admitted. She entered with a hand fan. Any hand fan here? No, not this type. A branded hand fan for P1 homes. So she shared it among the nurses there. And one nurse that received the hand fan looked at the hand fan and saw P1 written on it. Said, P1, this company that this guy has scout is dragging online. I love what you guys are doing. How can I join? And President said to the person that came with her, please tell her about the business. She told her about the business. She registered. How did she get to hear about P1? Dragging online. What the enemy made for evil, God has turned it around. Turn it around. What the enemy made for evil, God has turned it around for my good. That's the mindset. Don't take me there, sir, please. That's the mindset I want every single one of us to have. If at any point you want to give up, remember Ike. Remember P1 Lighthouse. Hello. Hello. I'm saying something very, very strong now. If at any point you are tempted to give up on this business, remember Ike. Remember P1 Lighthouse. If Ike would not give up, if P1 Lighthouse would not give up, none of you seated here is permitted to give up. You know, God is only putting us through a journey of experience. The first time happened in the city of Aba. Then I was just a PBU. I had built a team of over 1,000 people in 7 months. As a PBU, started as a partner. When we converted to PBU 1st May 2020, in 7 months I built a team of over 1,000 people. But one of the companies in Aba then, I was a PBU, I was not a managing director, I was not a staff. One of the companies in Aba then had an issue. And because every single person promoting was part of my team, I lost all my team. I lost all my team members. Believe me, I was tempted to leave P1. Yes. The president will talk more on this. I was tempted to leave P1. But one of the things that helped me was a healthy mindset. Hello? If you must succeed in this business, have a healthy mindset. Never make the mistake of calling anybody, any of your superior, to insult the person because of what you're going through. Never make the mistake of calling any of your superior to curse the person, to abuse the person. Because at every stage, know that God is taking you through a journey. Because one day you will grow. I didn't see 2024 as our 2020. I didn't see 2023 as our 2020. But a healthy mindset helped me. Never called anybody, never embarrassed anybody, never insulted anybody. But look at me today. Not just running an organization in P1. Before the whole issue started, don't forget the number 2 affiliates in the whole of the P1 group. And my confidence is if God has done it before, he will do it again, right or wrong? We will not give up. We will stand our ground. We will solve the issues. And this is a movement that we are going to hand over to generations upon generations. It will not die in our hands. Your effort will not die in our hands. Our effort will not die in our hands. Are we together? Remain focused. Remain commitment to the task. Remain consistent. You know why I took out time to thank Dayo. Dayo may not understand. Wait for me. Sorry, Dayo. You may not understand. I'm a PBO. And one of the things that I know how best to do is recruitment. What you are doing in the PBO world now, if I'm in the affiliate system, watch out for P1. Are we together? For every one of us, my encouragement to you today is we have 2 different systems in P1. The sales part and the recruitment part, right? As you're trusting God to sell, don't joke with your recruitment. Because that is what God have used to sustain me. Yes. In the midst of the heavy challenge trying to solve the issues of P1 Lighthouse, indirect commissions have sustained us. Amen. Don't worry, you get that when you grow up. Are we together? I only accepted to take this mic. If you watch for a very long time now, I do not want to come and talk to anybody for anything. I've just been on the low, solving the issues. But I accepted to pick this mic today, just like they say that we are the host. Good. But because we are doing a work in Port Harcourt, and no matter what is filtering into your ears, I picked up this mic to tell you not to shake, not to get troubled, not to mind anything. Stand strong, because there is no going back. It's only a yes or what? A yes. Only the best will happen. I will always say, if this business has been a blessing to one person, it will be a blessing to you. I didn't get an amen. You didn't understand what I said now. If this business has been a blessing to someone, it will definitely be a blessing to you. If this business have enabled a few persons live life by their terms, not too long from now, you will live your life by your own design. I remember in 2019 when the president walked into the hall when we went for all expense paid trip, and she made a statement. We were 91 of us. Some of you may have heard me say this, but let me say it again. She made a statement. She said, guys, I hope you know that we didn't bring you to a 5-star hotel because we're looking for where to throw away money. We're not looking for how to throw away money. We brought you guys here to make you understand that one day, this will become your normal. Hello. I mean, it will become your normal that when you feel like relaxing, when you feel like taking a vacation, you don't need to borrow money. You don't need to look at the cost. You just go for vacation because you can afford it. That will be your reality. No enemy, no devil, no demon will deny you that. That will be your reality. It won't be long. It won't be long. It will be the blessing that creations will see. It won't be long. You'll be the answer to so many questions and so many prayers. There is no challenge too difficult for God to solve.